Fresh from the showcase here at SwissWatchExpo, we're going to talk about Tag Heuer Aquaracers today. And the reason that I'm bringing up the Aquaracer is because I want to give you an idea about holiday movies, starting with Die Hard. What you may not realize is that Tag Heuer Aquaracers and professional series watches first appeared in some of the Die Hard movies, and later on they changed the watch to another brand, a whole lot like the James Bond movies. What's really odd is right now we're in between holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and everybody now sort of thinks of Die Hard as being a Christmas movie, so to speak. However, the thing is, the movies always appeared in the summertime in June and July, but the settings were during the holidays. So I guess they've sort of moved into that holiday theme. So when you see these watches in the movie, what you'll notice is that there was a small plot hole in the very first Die Hard. And the reason that is because there was a Tag Heuer involved. And Hans Gruber was actually part of a team of terrorists and a network of terrorists. And John McClane first looked at their watches because they all synchronized their Tag Heuer. And what was really funny about it is they actually removed that from the movie. And so when you see those points throughout the movie, you always wonder, well, how did John McClane know that Hans Gruber was one of the terrorists when he met him in the tower at one point in the film? Well, he looks at Hans Gruber's watch and he looks back up, but the original scene where they all synchronized their watch in time had been deleted. So when you're watching the movie, you'll notice that there's some very odd things that happen, and you think, how did this happen? Well, it's because those parts of the movie were actually removed. In Die Hard 2, when they were at the airport, they did the same thing. Everybody held their watches together in a group and synchronized the time. So they sort of filled in the gap from the first movie in the second movie. It's a really strange plot, and you can't tell that I like to watch Die Hard movies at all, I'm sure. Now, we have some really great Tag Heuers here at SwissWatchExpo, and the Aquaracer is a great watch because it's probably one of the most durable in the business. They are absolutely built so well, so solid. They have a great feel on your wrist. The different styles span the gambit. And remember that when Aquaracer first started out, it was called the Professional Series. And this particular watch is new this year to the Tag Heuer lineup, but we happen to have it as a pre-owned model here at SwissWatchExpo, and it has this really cool green dial. Green's sort of starting to come through a lot of different manufacturers and appear on dials and in the bezels. Of course, you probably know that Rolex first did that, and now a lot of the manufacturers are trying to put their own spin on green. What's really cool about this green to me is it looks like a Duncan yo-yo. The way that it has that clear sort of golden green effect when you move the dial, it really shimmers, but it's got sort of that candy green flavor to it. And if you like yo-yos, if you're familiar with Duncan yo-yos, you'll recognize that color right away. And for me, that was the first thing that I noticed. I thought, wow, they actually took the exact color from a Duncan yo-yo and put it on a Tag Heuer. That makes it fun. It may not be for you, and green is definitely a color that is a little bit polarizing. I happen to like it. I think it's fun. It's a 43 millimeter watch, and it's essentially in unworn condition. So you can come pick it up, and the price is great too. It does come with the box and the cards and the papers and all that kind of good stuff. And so I'm going to move back in time a little bit. The one that I picked up earlier is an interesting piece. And this happens to be an Aquaracer with a very unique bezel. It has these lines that go through the bezel insert. They're separated at points. It's not smooth. It's not painted. It's an interesting inlay. But the really cool thing about it is, first of all, it's a quartz watch. Don't be afraid of wearing a quartz watch. A Tag Heuer quartz watch will last as long as time exists, literally. If you just change the battery in it, it's never going to go bad. And the cases are super durable. The bezel on this one doesn't get all scuffed and scraped up. It's kind of got a 3D effect. It's got some very interesting features. For the money that you pay for it, in order to get into a dive watch with a great look, this is an absolutely excellent opportunity. And yes, it is quartz, but it has that little bit of an orange kick to it. Gives it something a little bit different than other watches in the marketplace. And when you look at the date, the date happens to be on the left side of the dial rather than on the right side. So in other words, it's at the 9 o'clock position rather than the 3 o'clock position. Well, that might be odd to some folks, but I happen to find the asymmetrical look really cool. I like things that are different. I don't particularly care for the date being at the bottom of a dial. And if I'm being honest, I really don't like it between 4 and 5, but so many watch manufacturers put it there, you just kind of have to put up with it over the years. The 3 o'clock position's okay, but the 9 o'clock position is just so cool to me. And of course, this is a blue watch. So this is a little bit older. It's from the early 2000s. So you are buying a watch that's a little bit older, but is absolutely in pristine condition. And even though it's a quartz watch, don't be afraid of it. Buy it for your collection, wear it, enjoy it. It might get more attention than any other watch that you have, as a matter of fact. Going more towards today's style, well, actually, first, this is the chronograph style of the watch that I just laid down, but it's not quartz, it's not automatic. It's based on the 7750. It also has the Cyclops, or the magnifying lens, above the date. And it's got just a little bit of orange in the seconds hand, the chronograph seconds hand. Also similar bezel. It's got that striated line and then that 3D effect with the numbers that are built up above. And just a very super, super interesting watch to look at. A lot of texture, a lot of feel to it. And so moving on to the newer style, this one is the most recent. This one has the ceramic bezel. It's blue. It's ceramic blue. It's a very vibrant blue, so it stands out. It doesn't look too dark. It doesn't look black in certain lights. It always looks blue. See, so a lot of the watches in this line with ceramic bezels, they tend to look very, very dark or washed out. This one looks very rich, which I like. And the textures on the dial, of course, are there. It has that very 3D effect. It's got feel and depth. So many watches at so many price points just look flat. They're not interesting to look at. You may have a brand, but that's just it. It's a brand. That's what's so great about Tag Heuer, is they put so many different things into their watches in terms of the way that they look, the way that they feel, the texture, the depth, the color. There's a lot of attention paid to the quality of this watch. And again, these are all diver watches. These are all watches that you can wear year round and are super durable. And if you want to get together with all of your nefarious friends and set the time together, yeah, you certainly can. But these are, Tag Heuers appear in so many different films, and it's the holidays. And the one that they appear most in, that is most recognizable from the past, are the Die Hard movies. And of course, since we're in the holiday season, why not? I think we'll probably do a couple more themes like this during the holidays this year. I'm going to continue to find watches that appear in movies for the holidays. That might be harder than I think, but I'm definitely going to try. So if you are interested in a Tag Heuer, if you don't want to break the bank and you want something for the holiday season as a gift, the Tag Heuer is absolutely amazing. By the way, we have a lot of these. We even have a white dial version of this, the one that's the green. That's really great. It is excellent. Look, it's got a little bit of orange in it. It even has the original stickers and everything. It literally is unworn with all the protective stickers and everything. So you can buy a watch from us that's pre-owned, that is in absolutely pristine condition for a great discount to purchasing new. The value story is definitely there. That's always something you should be looking forward to, especially if you've got a lot of gifts on your mind this year. So visit us at SwissWatchExpo.com or give us a call, email us, subscribe, click the bell, do all the things that you need to do, because we have a lot of videos coming for you, and we hope to hear from you soon.